Hello and welcome to this channel, the Primera Business Coaching channel. My name is Frenzel Gillian and I'm the founder of Primera Business Coaching and Primera Capital. I'm a chartered accountant and qualified SA business coach. Before I became a business coach, I spent more than 2 decades in investment management, investing in small and medium-sized companies, both in terms of loan funding and also equity for investment. I held roles as head of investment for development finance institutions and also private investment companies, including in the private equity space. I was also a finance director for an investment holding company. And I say all of these things just to give you the idea that I've worked both on the side of an investor and also leading medium-sized companies. For the last couple of years, I have been in my own investment company or advisory business, Primera Capital, raising capital and buying and selling businesses. Across all those years, one truth became clear to me. People build businesses, and now I am passionate to coach the people that build the businesses. In my consulting work, I met brilliant entrepreneurs who wanted funding, but many were not funder ready. Something was missing. Clarity of strategy, confidence in themselves as leaders and also in their team perhaps. Business model alignment between what their business model was about and what the market was looking for in terms of that particular industry or sector. Also, one can look at systems and processes and whether those were in place to be able to convince funders that this business is in fact worthy of an investment. But I also realized that South African investors are not short of ideas. All they need is support, structure, and a thinking partner. And that is what led me to coaching, and today I'm a passionate business coach. I want to talk briefly about what business coaching really is. I believe there's a lot of confusion and perhaps misunderstanding. Business coaching is about collaboration between the coach and the client. It's not about teaching. It's not about the coach coming into your business, your baby, and telling you what to do. It's not consulting. Consulting is a different discipline. I'll talk about the distinction between a coach and a consultant in a moment. It's also not therapy that talks about trauma, and that has its place. But coaching is really about looking at where you are now and where you want to go to. It's a thinking partnership. The coach serves as a sounding board, a mirror to reflect or hold up to you your ideas. Coaching provides your space, non-judgmental space to reflect, gain clarity, and make better decisions. Now, running a business can be lonely. I've experienced that myself running Primera Capital. But coaching gives you a structured, confidential environment to talk about what's working, what's not working, and what needs to change both for you and your business. To use an analogy, if you'd allow me to, one can compare coaching to a boxer and a coach of the boxer in a ring. The boxer is in the ring, the coach is not in the ring, and various rounds happen. Some rounds may go well, other rounds may not go so well. And the coach is there to guide, to encourage, to help you build resilience to get back up, and to help you perform at your best. I want to talk briefly about life coaching versus business coaching. Both has its place. Life coaching focuses more on personal goals and emotional well-being. And while some aspects of life coaching may be blended with business coaching, particularly in the personal mastery space, business coaching is a different discipline. Life coaching focuses on individual goals, personal fulfillment, and growth. Business coaching focuses on the people and the business, coaching the people in the business. Here we're talking about business leadership, about strategy, about systems, finance, operations, and teams. We use structured coaching frameworks to help owners grow themselves and thereby also grow their companies. It's really about performance. It's about outcomes. It's about results, clarity, and transformation in the business context. And like I said, a business coach blends personal mastery with business mastery. I want to spend a moment talking about the difference between a mentor, an advisor, and a coach. In South Africa, the lines often get blurred, and I want to talk briefly about what is a mentor. A mentor is an older, wiser, experienced person. I also, as a chartered accountant, mentor younger CAs. And here I would listen to their experiences and perhaps bring some perspectives from my own journey in terms of my own career. It's an informal and wisdom-based arrangement or relationship. It's not a professional relationship necessarily. It can be, but not necessarily. An advisor or consultant wears a different hat. And in my coaching relationship with my clients, I also wear different hats: sounding board, thinking partner, advisor, teacher. But primarily the coach has a different role. So the advisor is someone that has a particular set of skills or knowledge in a discipline. It could be in a legal discipline as a lawyer, or it could be an accountant, or it could be a corporate finance advisor. Now, the expert diagnoses the problem, he gets the mandate from you, and then he works on a solution to deliver that solution. And the outcomes, they might include financial models, drafting strategy, and facilitating funding, or helping you through the acquiring another company. Now, a business coach is a professionally trained partner, trained on particular coaching frameworks, as I've been trained by the SA Business Coaches Academy. Now, the coach helps you to think better, reflect deeply, and unlock solutions that are already inside you. Helps you think about those solutions. It focuses on transformation, not dependency. It works holistically across personal, business, and personal mastery. A mentor tells their story. An advisor tells you what to do. A coach helps you become the best version of yourself, and then build a business around that version of yourself. Now, why does coaching matter? In South Africa, as in the rest of the world, SMEs face particular challenges. This could be difficult in accessing funding. In South Africa, we also have challenges around slow economic growth over the last number of years. Compliance burdens can also be overwhelming for a small business. Then we also have to deal with rising cost, competing for talent, getting your product to market in terms of infrastructure that may not serve as well as it could. SMEs feel every bump in the road, but I believe with strong thinking, structured support, and a clear strategy, you can still grow, adapt, and build something remarkable. And I would want to think about you building an asset that could be a legacy asset. It could be a business that becomes a wealth-creating engine for you when you're no longer physically working in that business. And that's why I created the Primera Growth Edge system, tailored for South African businesses. And it focuses on 3 pillars or 3 dimensions: personal mastery, business mastery, and stakeholder mastery, around 7 interconnected practical pillars that drive business performance. Now, what are those pillars? Let me start with the first one: strategy. Where are we going? If we don't know where we're going, as the saying goes, any road will get us there. Here we have conversations around vision, around competitive positioning, around your long-term priorities of the business, and around direction of the company. With our strategic clarity, the businesses will stay going in circles, not making progress, being very busy, but not really taking your business forward. The next bucket is around marketing and customers. How do we find, win, and keep customers? Here we'll talk about value proposition, about understanding your customers, how you're serving your customer needs, generating leads, gaining market share, converting leads into revenue, and then retaining those customers. Without customers, nothing else matters. Without revenue, nothing else matters. The third bucket will be around operations, how you create your product, your service, how you manage that product, your value chain. How well do we deliver, and how consistently do we deliver? Here we're talking about systems, processes, workflows, tools, and execution. Every coaching relationship is designed and tailored around the client requirement and the client specific needs. Operations turn strategy into results and enable scaling. Finance and funding is the next bucket. Are we making money, and are we managing it wisely? Profitability, cash flow, cost control, planning, and funder readiness are some of the areas we'll talk about here. Ultimately, money is the scoreboard of your business. Yes, you would have a number of other objectives that you would like your business to have and make an impact in terms of job creation, in terms of the broader economy, in terms of other developmental goals, but ultimately money is the scoreboard of how healthy your business is and how well it's performing. The fifth bucket is around stakeholders. Who are the key players in your business? Who are the key players in your ecosystem? Can we map out those stakeholders and participants, and how well do we manage them? Are we preemptive, or are we waiting for the next crisis? Here we're talking about customers, suppliers, funders, regulators. Strong relationships is important. It reduces friction and opens opportunities for further growth in your business. Bucket number 6 is around people and teams. Without the right people on the bus, your business cannot grow as to its full potential. So do we have the right people doing the right things? Here we're talking about skills and competencies. Do we have the right skills and competencies? Culture. Are we building the right culture around the right values? Teams accelerate growth. Do we have performance standards? How do we keep our people accountable? The 7th bucket is around leadership. This is leadership of you as the leader, as the founder, as the owner, but also how you grow a leadership team around you. And how do we show up as leaders in the business? Here we're talking about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, decision-making under pressure, under difficulty as you go through these different business stages. Confidence, resilience. How do you communicate effectively with your team and keep them positive and inspired as you grow the business? When the leader grows, the business grows. Now I want to talk about the stages of the business, just for the 4 main stages of the business. Every business goes through a predictable life cycle, and at each stage the thinking required from the entrepreneur changes. It's not a static business change. The only constant, as they say, is change. The first stage is the learning stage. You could also call it the early stage. And here it's about figuring things out, figuring out whether the business model works. You still in this stage may have limited sales, cost might be high, and you're still struggling to break even, and there may not necessarily be enough profits. You have to manage your runway, as it's called. Do you have enough working capital till the business scales? And you're also testing your business model. And so here conversations could be with the coach around clarity, around the business model, experimentation in terms of your model, foundations, direction, and inflow and confidence as well. The next stage is the growth stage, where momentum starts to build. Sales now increasing. Your business plan have been essentially vetted in the market, and the market is giving you feedback that in fact you are serving a need or a niche that is valuable. Your costs are starting to stabilize. You're starting to get control of your costs, and profits are appearing. But again, the challenge with this stage is that your systems and your capacity may need to grow with the business, and there may be pressure on you and the team, and you may also become a bottleneck in the business, and now needing to build other leaders around you. So here the focus will be around systems, around structure, around hiring the right people, and beginning to delegate and how to delegate, and leadership capacity. The next stage is the maturity stage, where you have consistent and strong growth. Sales are stable. The company is now perhaps a medium-sized company and becoming a more of a larger business. Costs are predictable and profits are strong. The challenge is there's always new competition, new technology, new competitors, new competitive trends, and you need to keep abreast and not rest on your laurels. And here we'll talk about optimization, about governance, putting in the right governance structures, being ready perhaps for introducing a private equity investor into your business, around margin improvement, getting into new markets, diversifying, and also importantly, succession planning. I've also in my life been involved in turnarounds. And the next stage, the decline stage, it's the time for reinvention, where you need to look at how your business now manages this particular stage where sales may be reducing. You might have lost some key customers, key contracts. Cost might be out of bounds, maybe not managing your cost as well. You may have gone through some acquisition that hasn't gone so well, new market that hasn't gone so well. And here we need to look at a strategy refresh, looking at your value proposition. Is it keeping up to abreast with the market, efficiency improvements and pivoting and so on. So my point really is that every stage, no matter the stage, there is a a role that coaching can play, whether it's learning stage, the growth stage, maturity, or decline stage. Coaching gives you structure, it gives you clarity and a strategic partner in your corner. Your leadership must always stay one step ahead, and that's where the Growth Edge system truly can make a difference and is making a difference to the business community and to my clients. As I close this message, I want to say that accountability is perhaps one of the biggest benefits of a coaching relationship, of getting a business coach on board. A coach is the one that can keep you accountable, that will celebrate with you, celebrate your wins, but as the boxer in that ring will also keep you accountable, help you stretch you, help you to think about new ways of winning. You don't have to have everything figured out as a founder, business owner. You just need clarity, structure, and someone in your corner. Because when the leader grows, the business grows. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, I'm ready to start a conversation with you. The contact details is in the description below. Get in touch with us through our website, through emailing me. And remember that people build businesses. Grow the people, grow the business. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to starting a conversation with you.